Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as you can see by the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about all things coming to China, the whole process, what do you need and anything like that. But first of all, thank you so much to Ubuhle because she's the one who suggested this video. Like I asked you guys on my last video, like what else would you like to see on my channel, and then she's the one who suggested this, so I was like, let me do this and put it out there. So let's get into this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Ashla, and stay by and subscribe to my channel. So the first thing that you're going to need is a degree. So it doesn't have to be an education degree or you have to have a PTCE or anything like that. So it can be law, it can be medicine, it can be anything out of this world, but as long as it is a degree. And also, if you do have a diploma, you also have to have a BTech so you can be accepted. So that's the first thing that you need. And then the second thing that you're going to need is a TEFL. So what is a TEFL, you may ask? So a TEFL is a certificate that indicates that you can teach English around the world to any country where they don't speak English as their first language. So when you have the TEFL, you are able to teach English anywhere. And then the third thing that you're going to need is a police clearance. So your background has to be clean, no cases, nothing on you, you have to be clean. So one disadvantage is that they're all done in Pretoria or they're all processed in Pretoria. So it might take a while, which is almost like a month. So that's one thing that may take you a while to do. But other than that, then everything is fine. And then another thing that you're going to need is a passport. Obviously, how do you travel without a passport? So you're going to have to make a passport if you don't have one. And then another thing that you have to do is to check medical check. So you have to be clean, you have to check everything before you leave South Africa. So I did mine in South Africa, but I also did one when I got here. So I did the first one in South Africa and showed it to them when I sent all my documents to the school. And another thing, they also did one when I got here. So you have one in South Africa and you have one here, which I think is fine. So those are the things that you're going to need. So then how do you go about the whole process when you have all of that? So first thing, you have to have your document authenticated. So what is authentication? So your degree has to be checked if it's from an institution that is legal in South Africa. And another thing is that your TEFL is also real. All of that. So for me, I had an agent that did all of that for me because I couldn't go to Pretoria like almost every time when I had to do all of that, because mostly like a lot of these things are done in Pretoria. So then I had an agent who was helping me throughout. So I'm going to leave down the details down below of how you can contact him if you'd like to use him. But there are more other agencies that you can use, but the only one that I can talk about is the one that helped me because I don't know about any other agencies. So it's fair for me to talk about something that I know and something that I know is legit, like just to be safe, because there's a lot of scams going on out here. So I'm gonna talk about one agency that helped me. The authentication of my degree and my TEFL was done by him. My TEFL was also done there. And what else? So the visa comes after. You have all the documents ready, your medical, your passport, your degree, your TFL, everything had to be done before we even get into the visa. So when you have all your documents, another thing that you have to do is an intro video. So here, it's more like a CV, but in a video, because you have to talk about who are you, where are you from, how old are you, what did you study. Another thing that you have to include is why would you like to come to China? Do you like kids? Can you work with kids? So if you do have experience, you have to talk about that. If you don't have any experience in teaching, then you can just talk about the good things that you've done, maybe for your church or maybe for your community, anything that's gonna make you look good, obviously. And talk about kids, you like kids, about something like that. But if you guys want me to do a video on an interview, then obviously you can comment down below and I'm gonna do a video on that because there's like a whole story on its own. So after you send your intro video to the agent is then going to send the video to the schools that are looking for people. So then if the school likes you, they're gonna be like, oh, do you like her? Is her accent fine? Is she, something that we need? Then if they do want to have you, then they'll obviously have interview with you. So for an interview, you need to have WeChat. So you need to download WeChat. So WeChat is an app that is used mostly in China, just like WhatsApp, but then they use WeChat like we use WhatsApp. Like it's what they use more. So that is where they're going to have your interview. So then I had my interview and everything went fine. They don't really ask you a lot of things. They just ask you the very same thing that you were explaining on your intro video. So now they just want to see you and talk to you like that. So that is just the interview. There's nothing tragic about it. You don't have to panic. I was panicking. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna ask me something that I don't know about or anything like that. But it's really nothing. They just ask you the very same thing that you were explaining on the intro video. So you're just going to be talking about it to them. And also, if you do have questions about your school or anything, you should ask them right there. Don't be shy, even if you feel like it's a dumb question or anything like that. But if you feel like you have to ask it, you definitely should ask, because you don't know what you're going to find there. You should ask about your apartment. You got about your school. You can ask about anything that you feel like you have a question about. That is something that you can ask about. Another thing that you have to do, you have to research about your school, because you can either work at a private school, you can work at a training center, you can work at a kindergarten. So all these three things are different. So there's different hours in all the schools. That is why you have to like search. Or other people work also at colleges. So you have to search. If they tell you you're going to work maybe at a kindergarten, you have to ask them about the hours, the holidays, everything that you want to ask about. So obviously depends on whatever school that you're working with. You sure need to ask about whatever question that you might have about your school or anything about that. You also have to search, like when they tell you about the school, where is it located or anything like that, you also have to search about that, because here in China there are places where they're still not used to foreigners, or you can just be the first foreigner there, or you can be the second one, and you're gonna have the very same trouble that I had here. When people look at you, they have to tell the next person, oh my god, look, a foreigner. Some people just take pictures of you like that, like then they have a picture of you, because obviously when they tell someone I saw a foreigner, they're not going to believe them. So they have to have evidence that I did look at the picture. So if you don't want to go through that, you should just search where the place is and ask if there's a foreigner at your school. Are you going to be the first foreigner? Anything like that. That is why I said you should ask anything that you feel like you should ask. Don't feel like your question is dumb, because you're obviously coming to a country that you've never been, a school you've never been, people you've never seen before. I mean, you have to know everything about the school. So anything you want to ask, you can ask them. So if you feel like there's anything that I left out, you can ask me down below. I'm gonna leave down the contact of my agent if you want to use them, of which I think you would, because I'm talking about my experience and it's legit. Everything's good. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you on my next one. Bye.